Hey everybody, welcome to Cloudveil Health. Today, we're going to be talking about tea. Tea is one of the most popular beverages worldwide, enjoyed by people across cultures and continents. With a history dating back thousands of years, tea is deeply ingrained in traditions, daily routines, and even rituals. Today, it is second only to water as the most consumed beverage on the planet, with billions of cups enjoyed every day. While the US is more often associated with coffee, tea has steadily gained popularity. In fact, over 159 million Americans drink tea on any given day, and nearly 80% of U.S. homes contain tea. There are 7 main types of true tea. True tea is defined as tea made from the Camellia sinensis plant, commonly called the tea plant. Originally from southern China, there are 2 major types of this plant. The sinensis variety, which is mostly found in China and other East Asian areas, and has a softer, more delicate flavor, and the Assamica variety, which grows mainly in India and tends to have a stronger, bolder taste. Make sure to stick around until the end, where we'll spill the tea on some wild varieties you probably haven't heard of before. Ever tried purple tea? What about yellow tea? Didn't think so. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss this. There are 2 primary methods of processing tea: oxidation and fermentation. Oxidation, the more common process, involves exposing tea leaves to air, causing them to darken and develop different flavors and aromas. Typically, the higher the oxidation, the stronger the flavor and aroma. After the oxidation reaches the desired level, the leaves are heated to stop the process. Fermentation, on the other hand, is an anaerobic microbial process that happens in addition to oxidation. It involves the use of microbes to decompose tea leaves over time. Depending on the type of tea, fermentation can last anywhere from several months to several years. While most teas are oxidized, not all undergo fermentation. The 7 main types of true tea include black tea, green tea, white tea, oolong tea, pure tea, purple tea, and yellow tea. While all of these teas develop from the same plant, their differences come in the way they are harvested and processed. 4 of these types are pretty well known, while the other types are somewhat new to most people. Black tea has some of the highest caffeine content of the 7 main types of true tea. It contains about half the amount of caffeine as coffee. Black teas are fully oxidized, which gives them a strong flavor. The main producers of black tea are India and China. Indian black teas often have stronger flavors and tend to have higher caffeine content than Chinese black teas. Green tea contains about half the amount of caffeine as black tea. Green teas undergo little to no oxidation after being harvested, resulting in a milder flavor. The main producers of green tea are Japan and China. Japanese green teas stop the oxidation process after harvesting by using steam, while Chinese green teas are pan-fired. Chinese green teas often have a milder flavor than Japanese green teas. Matcha is a form of powdered green tea that originated in China, but now celebrates high popularity in Japan. White tea is special in that it is made from young, unopened tea buds with minimal oxidation, resulting in a mild flavor with very low caffeine content, although some varieties may contain slightly more. White tea mainly comes from China. Oolong tea falls between black and green teas in terms of oxidation, as it is only partially oxidized. Its oxidation levels can vary from 10% to 80%, resulting in a wide range of flavors. Oolong tea mainly comes from China and Taiwan. Now let's talk about the lesser-known true teas. Pure tea, also called dark tea, is the only fully fermented tea. It is similar to black tea in that it is highly oxidized, but it differs in that it is highly fermented as well. In fact, since oxidation continues during fermentation, pure tea is the most fermented and the most oxidized tea. 2 types of pure tea exist. Sheng Pu'er is made using a traditional, slower fermentation process, whereas Shou Pu'er is made using a modern, faster fermentation process. Pure tea contains about the same amount of caffeine as black tea. While several Chinese provinces produce such tea, only tea that is made in the city of Pu'er in China's Yunnan province can officially be called Pu'er tea. It is like how champagne can only be called champagne if it is produced in the Champagne region of France. Otherwise, it must be called sparkling wine. Pu'er is recognized as one of the most premium teas available, earning a reputation for its exceptional quality. If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe to Cloudveil Health for more health and wellness tips. Purple tea is similar to oolong tea in that it is only partially oxidized. It has a mild flavor, and yes, it does brew to be a reddish-purple color. Originally from India, purple tea is now primarily produced in Kenya. Purple teas are often favored because of their very low caffeine content and high concentration of antioxidants and anthocyanins. Antioxidants are substances that help protect the cells in your body from damage caused by harmful molecules called free radicals. These free radicals can form as a result of things like pollution, UV radiation, or even normal processes in the body, like breaking down food. When free radicals build up, they can cause oxidative stress, which might lead to various health problems, such as heart disease or cancer. Antioxidants work by neutralizing these free radicals, helping to keep your cells and body healthy. Anthocyanins are natural pigments found in many fruits and vegetables that give them their red, blue, or purple color. They belong to a larger group of plant compounds called flavonoids, which have antioxidant properties. These pigments don't just provide color, though. They're also thought to have potential health benefits, such as helping to reduce inflammation, supporting heart health, and protecting cells from damage. Yellow tea is similar to green tea, but its processing involves an extra step called sealed yellowing, where the tea leaves are wrapped in cloth or paper and undergo just a slight amount of fermentation. This helps to remove the grassy smell of green tea, but still keep its therapeutic benefits. Yellow tea is very rare because its processing is so time-consuming and intricate. Caffeine levels can vary based on many different factors, including tea plant variety, time of harvesting, growing and processing methods, brew time, temperature of the water during brewing, and the amount of tea leaves used in brewing. So even teas within the same category could have different levels of caffeine. But in general, pure and black teas typically have the most caffeine, followed by oolong teas, then green and yellow teas, then white and purple teas. Let's talk about other teas you've probably heard of that aren't true teas, because they don't come from the tea plant, Camellia sinensis. Herbal teas, also called tisanes, are made up of various herbs and spices, but are not related to the tea plant. They are typically caffeine-free and are often used for their therapeutic benefits. Rooibos, often called red tea, is a unique herbal tea made from a plant that grows in South Africa. It has a flavor similar to black tea, but without the caffeine, making it a great alternative for those who love black tea but want to steer clear of caffeine. Mate tea is not a true tea either. It comes from a South American plant called yerba mate. Mate tea is touted to have less caffeine than coffee, but more caffeine than traditional true teas. The caffeine present in mate is part of an alkaloid combination called matine. Matine is said to be better than caffeine alone because it improves focus and energy without the jitters and subsequent crash. And there you have it, the fascinating world of tea, from the common to the rare. Whether you're a fan of strong black tea, soothing green tea, or curious about the more exotic purple or yellow teas, there's truly a tea for every taste and mood. The next time you brew a cup, you'll have a whole new appreciation for what goes into it. Check out this next video, and until next time, stay steeped in good health.